Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Welcome back to another episode of Growth Through Gun. Just smoke with me, Big Pearl. All right, so this episode is called Lakeview. Sorry, I'm trying to get my notifications off. You know, stuff be distracting. All right, so this comes from I don't even know the girl's name, but I really like this song. Dang, let me find her name real quick. So I got it. It's Sarah Angel. That song tight. I can't even fade it. So this is about my perspective on my view from my bedroom window. And it's kind of tied into what it's like, or it's kind of tied into like depression. So it's kind of about both. So it's like that view and depression. That's what I'm be speaking on this time. I only wrote a few notes, so most of this is just gonna be me talking for the next few minutes. But in regards to depression, going outside helped me in ways I would have never imagined. But let's back up a little bit. Depression is like when somebody just puts their fucking arms around you and they're like, "Hey, what's up? I'm here. Where do I put my things?" And sometimes when you have bad company and they're just sitting around lounging, you can find yourself sitting around lounging. So you can suffer from the symptoms, but the habits is what really either keeps it going or helps you to get out of depression, to put an end to the depression. Depression can weigh on you heavy. And if it wasn't for weed, come on now, they make pills for depression. And one of the symptoms is it the symptoms? One of the side effects is suicidal thoughts. I ain't never thought about killing myself from smoking weed or eating edibles. Never. Not one time. Not once. It worked just the way it was supposed to. Happy, hungry, sleepy. Just like Cat Williams said. But it's a whole lot deeper than that when when you are using when you're smoking or using, what I'm saying, marijuana when you are depressed. Hell, start you might not even know you were depressed until you realize how the quality of your life has changed just from the use of it. That's also a very good point that Cat Williams said. And then, speaking of Cat Williams, I watched a little bit of him on just a short of when he did the interview with Shannon Sharp. And he said, "Oh, they said I was on drugs, but the drugs that I'm on helps me to sleep and helps me to eat." And weed is very demonized. It's still demonized. I can understand the older folks not liking the smell of it, but I can also see why it just looks so bad. That shit looks so bad. Anyway, I remember when I moved in the summer, and I think before I moved, actually, I remember before I even moved, I used to come and like check on the apartment, make sure everything was good, coming up with all these ideas. And then when I saw my bedroom, And I saw the view outside, pool view. Got a view of nature. You know what I'm saying? Got a view of the main road or the side street, whatever. But it's so nice in the morning. It's so nice, really, any time of the day. Just at night, if the if your blinds open, people can see, and I don't want that. It also makes me grateful. With my last apartment was none of that. Hold on, I'll be right back. I forgot I was cooking chicken. All right, I'm back. Thank goodness for timers because I be getting into other stuff, writing, recording, and yeah. She almost touched damn hot ass chicken nugget. Can't do that. I mean, right out the oven, bubbling hot. Anyway, reconnecting with nature is very important to overcome depression. And like I said, depression is like that friend that just wants to sit there and don't want to do nothing. Let's just do nothing today. Let's just feel nothing today. Let's just give a fuck about nothing today. People also don't take very good care of themselves when they're depressed. People can slack in their hygiene when they're depressed. Because remember, they don't really give a fuck about nothing. But being outside, you can learn self awareness. You can see some different stuff because, no 2 days are really alike in life. So to see something new, be around something new, that's really what you need when you are going through depression. The energy that you get from the sun, you're not going to get that energy from anywhere else, that type of energy. And then being depressed in a household, there's other depressed people. It's one or the other. It's either you going to stay in and be depressed or you going to get out and get going. I want to say I was depressed when I was overweight as well, being 215 pounds heavy. And I was just comfortable in the weight. A lot of us don't even realize the comfort zone is like the breeding ground for depression because it really don't take much effort to sit in your comfort. When you're depressed, of course, you can end up thinking about suicide. I was thinking about suicide during my like the really, really intense parts of my awakening. I was ready to be out of here. I was picking a spot. I knew where I was going. I was just debating what to the kids with me. Do I leave? It was a lot of thoughts going through my mind at that time. And then I got fried one night and I could feel myself there driving to the spot and knowing that if I made this decision, this could be the outcome. And just the feeling of it and the seeing it and visualizing it, it still sticks with me to this day. But fast forward to today, I'm just so grateful that I didn't make that decision. My awakening happened for a reason bigger than me. And I'm not the only one. Man, when you get around people that speak the same language as you, or they start saying stuff, it's like, That's real. It hit different than when you're around people you can't relate to. And in a depressed household of people that can't relate to each other. Oh, mm-mm, mm. For a lot of people, this was the season to move. And if you didn't upgrade the view just a little bit so that you can get a different perspective and you see something new, something different. Moving from one place to the next and it's the same, the views are the same. What's really going to change? It's just another place for your depression to come and kick back. And of course, I'm always going to preach therapy. I can care less how it makes you feel. Therapy, say it with me. Therapy, therapy, therapy. hmm When I was depressed and I was going through therapy, and they were helping me to unravel childhood traumas, to recent traumas, the in between traumas, the traumas over there, the traumas all the way back there, I gained a better perspective on what was happening because the symptoms and everything I was giving them, they were like, I thought I had ADHD. Like I'm reading about ADHD, like that's me. That's me. That's my story. And it wasn't. And I had a mentor who said, you need to stop speaking that over yourself. And it was like, well, maybe I should. So the therapist was like, you don't have ADHD. And then the whole time, those were symptoms of depression. Well, shout out anybody to ADHD. I was reading a lot of that stuff and hang in there. But yeah, I'm just grateful for where I am. I was walking outside, I'm getting a little tooted up, walking outside in the snow. And I'm like, I ain't even got to walk that far, but I've been through worse. So I can at least walk to the main street. Because y'all know I don't really walk with the gold. Okay? So I'm walking back, in the little hip, come back on down the street. And this little lady was like, hey. And I was like, oh man, somebody sees me. I was letting the lady know this my first year in this part of the DMV with the snow. And I'm closer to water, but it didn't feel like no winter I've like ever experienced. It's just a fresh start. Like this is the season I'm closing out chapters, and this is the season where I'm getting ready for the new year in spring. But until then, I'm just gonna enjoy the weather. I'm not gonna let the weather keep me in. And a lot of people, when you're depressed, a lot of excuses that you done made up in your mind keep you the fuck in the house with your friend doing nothing. And back then, I just had an attitude that I wasn't gonna let my life go to waste. If I was gonna die, I wasn't gonna die depressed, sitting in the same spot. And now I don't even think about that shit. I think about all the great reasons I have to live because now I really want to live. And when I wake up in the morning, I'm just so grateful. I have a roof over my head and I have the view that I have. pool view, nature view, Main Street view. It may not sound good to you, but it feels good to me. But anyway, hopefully you got something from it. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just practicing. Y'all figure it out. This has been Growth Through Ganja. Smoke with me, Big Pearl.